A young mother was shot several times and killed. Kayla Schuhart was just trying to take her 3-day-old son to the pediatrician for a checkup. Witnesses say someone approached her in the parking lot, a car parked right next to her Ford F-150.
And it's like they were talking, they were having talks. I did see the lady get out and they were struggling. 4 gunshots at first. I heard 3 more after that. And I did see the lady fall. And I seen the black male get out, grab the car seat, and get back in the car, and they drove off.
Keegan's only 3 days old. He needs to know his mom. She can't do that now.
I wish I knew you. I wish I knew you. I don't know how they could do that.
So the child has been recovered. The father has been notified, and so the father is on his way to get the child.
This is one of those stories that just has you scratching your head saying, why? Why on earth would a mother of 3 shoot and kill a new mom and take her 3-day-old baby? Take a listen to what police had to say.
Initially, information is that she did have a miscarriage. She needed to justify having a child to her soon-to-be fiance. They were going to get married in May. And she had led him to believe that she was pregnant and had a child, so she needed a child. She needed to produce a child.
Let me bring in my guests. Erik Fisher, licensed psychologist, joins me here, as well as Dr. Cheryl Erik, clinical and forensic psychologist. Thank you both for being here. Erik, let me begin with you. Can we figure out why? What would motivate someone to do this? Shoot a new mom? That little baby's never going to know her real mom? Take the baby and think you're going to be able to raise it?
Desperation drives people to do very extreme things, and it seems that if she was wanting to maintain this relationship with a man, and she feared if he would leave her for whatever reason, then she felt she had to do something to keep him in the relationship. The interesting thing in here is that she did have 3 other kids through an estranged husband that are 16, 10, and 6 years old, according to reports that I read. So here you have a situation that's a little bit uncommon, because a lot of times when people abduct children, often they don't have children before that, or they have problems giving birth or maintaining pregnancies. So this is just a very desperate woman who made a very desperate choice that resulted in tragedy.
The suspect, Verna McLean, is her name. She's 31 years old. She's a registered nurse. Think about that. This is someone who, you know, supposedly dedicated her life to helping others. Plus, she's a mom of her 3 own children. Yet, she's accused of not just taking, but gunning down the mom and taking a 3-day-old baby at the doctor's office, just outside the doctor's office. Erik, do you think she thought in reality that she was going to get away with this?
Well, if she did have a miscarriage, there's other possibilities, too, that there could be some postpartum depression going on there. And sometimes with postpartum depression can be psychosis. We don't know how clearly she was thinking. We don't know if this was premeditated. However, one of the theories that often that people with new children are stalked, and it's possible that this was a premeditated act. She claimed that she didn't pick her. Again, according to reports, she claimed that she didn't stalk this person, but was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. But if you're thinking like an attorney, then potentially you're thinking, well, I don't want to have first-degree murder rap on me. So there's a lot of details still to discover here.
And if I'm thinking as a prosecutor, you brought the gun there, okay? There's your premeditation. That's all you need in this case to prove the premeditation. Erik, the other thing I'm concerned about with this child is guilt. Do you think at any point this child may not, you know, in a misguided way, sort of feel like, oh my goodness, it's my fault that mommy's dead because they were trying to take me and mommy was protecting me? Is that something that we need to be concerned about, that the family has to be concerned about here?
Survivor's guilt is a
Children
very
blame
real thing that
themselves.
occurs, you know, and sometimes we have to look at these situations again about looking at age appropriateness, about how you talk about these situations, and to make sure you check in with that child, you know. From very early ages, as a father myself, I always taught my daughter to talk about how she was feeling. And when she's feeling something, she's able to verbalize it, but it took many, many, many attempts to get her to that point, because children don't have words for emotions first. They often have the feelings first, and then they learn the words. So we have to, as parents and as guides to children, make sure that we're communicating them and teaching them words, and then making sure that at different developmental stages, we're talking through them as this child may realize things at different ages about his life and his child and his mom.
Erik Fisher, Dr. Cheryl Erik, thank you both so much.